Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Hip Hop Gossip for you. It's right that Kendrick Lamar will be the star of the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. In February of next year, Kendrick Lamar will be the star of Super Bowl 59 halftime show in New Orleans, adding yet another distinguished feather to the Pulitzer Prize winner's cap. However, a significant portion of the conversation surrounding the choice has been on Lil Wayne, an altogether different musician. The greatest rapper to have ever come out of New Orleans, the native of Hollygrove, had publicly desired the chance to play to his home fans on the biggest stage. Even though he hasn't responded to the NFL's selection yet, a number of his peers have expressed their displeasure with him. A significant portion of this ire is aimed at Jay-Z, who co-organized the halftime show with Roc Nation starting in 2020. Cameron has suggested that HOV's rejection was his way of exacting payback on his erstwhile competitor Wheezy, while Nicki Minaj has charged that he harbors hatred against her, Birdman, and Drake, three of Wayne's closest and longest-standing fans. While there is undoubtedly a case to be made for Lil Wayne to play at a Super Bowl played in New Orleans, what is being overlooked in all of this drama and finger-pointing is the fact that Kendrick Lamar is the clear favorite to open the halftime show the following year, based on all objective standards. Kendrick Lamar has had a better 2024 than any other rapper. Since Kendrick Lamar has become so ubiquitous in 2024, he is the ideal man at this particular moment. He started the year off with a vicious verse on Future and Metro Boomin's #1 hit song, Like That, telling Drake and J. Cole, two of his big three peers, that it's just big me. Cole fired back, but then soon raised the white flag, luring Drizzy into a lyrical war for which he was, looking back, terribly unprepared. Released in a span of 5 days, the blitzkrieg of Euphoria, 616 in LA, Meet the Grahams, and in Not Like Us effortlessly defeated the most well-known rapper globally. Not Like Us became the highest-selling song in the United States this year, topping the Billboard Hot 100 twice, and, to make matters worse, smashed multiple 6 God streaming records. Kendrick even outperformed Drake at his own game. Not only did Not Like Us rule the summer of 2024, but it may go down in history as the most brutal diss song ever, yes, even surpassing Hit 'Em Up and Ether. K. celebrated his triumph by unifying the red and blue factions of Los Angeles with his pop-out concert in June. In essence, he danced on Drake's grave alongside Dr. Dre, YG, and his black hippie compatriots, proving he's still the good guy in the Mad City. Given that Not Like Us is predicted to do well at the 2025 Grammy Awards, which are held precisely 1 week prior to the big game, Kendrick will probably be walking into the Super Bowl stage in February with even more hardware under his belt. Who is more fit to write hip-hop history? When Kendrick Lamar enters the Caesars Superdome on February 9th, he will become the first rapper to host the Super Bowl halftime performance solo. Who better than the greatest rapper of his generation to create history in hip-hop? Although Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick, Mary J. Blige, and special guest 50 Cent were among the star-studded supporting cast for Dr. Dre, who was officially the first rapper to headline the yearly event in 2022. Rappers had previously only been allowed to make brief appearances alongside well-known pop artists, see, Queen Latifah in 1998, Nelly in 2001, Diddy and Nelly once again in 2004, Nicki Minaj and CeeLo Green in 2012, Missy Elliott in 2015, and Travis Scott and Big Boy in 2019. Hip-hop, the most commercially successful and culturally significant genre of the past however many decades, should no longer be relegated to the periphery or needing to assemble some of its biggest performers in order to earn a slot at the Super Bowl. Even if Lil Wayne and other sports superstars could argue that they should also be the main attraction during the halftime show, Kendrick has established himself as the most significant rapper alive in a number of ways this year. Furthermore, he has a history of exploring new ground, as seen by his historic Pulitzer Prize triumph for Damn in 2018. With his extensive hit list, Kendrick could easily fill a 15-minute set suitable for the Super Bowl. Bitch, Don't Kill My Vibe, Money Trees, Swimming Pools, Drank, and Mad City. Choose from Alright, Humble, DNA, Family Ties, and Not Like Us. He has collaborated with a number of well-known artists, including Eminem, Beyoncé, Rihanna, Travis Scott, J. Cole, SZA, Future, Metro Boomin, Dr. Dre, and U2. The possibilities are enticing. Who knows, maybe he'll even bring out half of LA on stage in New Orleans and repeat his pop-out show. An intriguing puzzle is whether Kendrick would ever sing Not Like Us. He undoubtedly got the Halftime show because of the song's huge success, but the idea of seeing him declare Drake a certified pedophile in front of hundreds of millions of people, including kids, is enough to make any corporate sponsor cringe in their box. Perhaps allowing Mustard's horn-studded hi-fi beat to reverberate for a few moments might suffice. Or maybe it would be safer for Kendrick to assert his dominance over Drake during the Super Bowl by performing like that rather than in Not Like Us, and avoid getting in trouble with the NFL. The Compton Kingpin has performed on some of the greatest stages in the world, including the Super Bowl, and is regarded as one of hip-hop's, if not music's, most exciting acts. Famous agitators like Travis Scott and Playboi Carti have a way of igniting crowds with their pure nuclear bomb intensity, while Kendrick seems more like a heat-seeking missile with controlled firepower that is ready to blow at any time. Just think back to his intense performance at the 2016 Grammy Awards, which had a prison and tribal vibe and clearly frightened some of the white attendees. Or his theatrical, cleverly choreographed medley at the same awards presentation 2 years later. And who can overlook the biblical depiction of blood spurting from a crown of thorns covered in diamonds at Glastonbury in 2022? Kendrick has made a lot of money thanks to his elaborate setups and high production value. His Big Steppers tour, which raised over $110 million and traveled the world in favor of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers between 2022 and 2024, was formerly the highest-grossing hip-hop tour ever. The NFL knows they're getting one of the most amazing and lucrative performers out there in Kendrick Lamar. Play button for HHDX YouTube video player. You should not publish this YouTube video. Kendrick Lamar deserves to be the star of the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. A better chance. Kendrick Lamar is better for business than Lil Wayne, as Charlamagne tha God stated this week on The Breakfast Club, especially when you consider that some of the biggest corporations in the world are betting billions of dollars on the Super Bowl. Who will get us the most views, streaming, and social media interaction in 2024? If I'm making a business decision and I consider Kendrick's incredible year just ended and I'm anticipating February 2025, perhaps he has an album coming out. The radio host posed a rhetorical question. Kendrick is more likely to draw attention than Lil Wayne, a certified rap legend with a string of hits but whose commercial and perhaps creative peak is behind him and who hasn't been particularly prolific in recent years outside of show-stealing feature runs. Kendrick is coming off of a high-profile victory over Drake in what many consider to be the greatest rap battle of all time. Even though Tunchi has personally closed some significant deals, the Pigling MC has also shown that he is a flexible branding tool outside of the rap industry, teaming up with brands like Cash App, Converse, and Louis Vuitton, some of whom might even end up purchasing commercial time during the Super Bowl. Is a new record about to drop? All indications point to Kendrick Lamar releasing a new album in the upcoming months, including the song snippet at the start of his Not Like Us music video, suggestions from close friends like Terrace Martin, the fact that it has been more than 2 years since his last full-length release, and the clear chance to capitalize on his feud with Drake. Performances in the Super Bowl are not selected by location. Super Bowl halftime shows have rarely been influenced by the venue since Michael Jackson headlined the event in 1993, setting the current tradition of popular musicians playing during the big game. Examples of such shows include the Motown Celebration in 1982 in Pontiac, Michigan, and the Salute to Hollywood's 100th anniversary performance in Pasadena, California, in 1987. Dr. Dre's halftime show in Los Angeles 2 years ago was a rare exception to this rule in recent decades. The 2004 Super Bowl halftime show in Houston featured top billing from Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake, and other artists instead of Beyoncé or Destiny's Child. The 2006 version in Detroit featured top billing from the Rolling Stones, not Eminem, Stevie Wonder, or Diana Ross. And the same applied to the 2019 show in Atlanta, which was led by California-bred blue-eyed rockers Maroon 5, rather than Outkast, T.I., or any of the countless acts born in the Black Mecca. Furthermore, although Jay-Z has taken the brunt of the backlash from fellow rappers and Lil Wayne fans for allegedly turning him down in his hometown, the choice wasn't entirely his to make. The process begins with a panel that includes members of the NFL's production company, the director and producer of the halftime show, and the NFL's director of entertainment, the Charlotte Observer reports. The Super Bowl host city is then given a short list to consider before making a final choice. Therefore, Wayne's hometown should be the target of whatever issues Wayne fans may have.